welcome to the Manitoba Music live stream snack session. My name is Raine Hamilton. With me tonight are Quentin Bart and Nathaniel Felicitas. And it is our great honor to start this session off with a tune about the place where we are right now. This is about the prairie. Cette chanson, c'est une chanson bilingue au sujet de la plaine. Puis elle s'appelle La Plaine. This one is called La Plaine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nowhere to hide, there is nothing between me and the stars. No one to lie to, there is nothing between me and my pride. Prends ton courage en main. Laisse-toi emporter, écoute au refrain du vent d'été, oh, 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 du vent d'été. Débridé, s'éveille, s'éveille de son repos, s'éveille de son repos, s'éveille de son repos, s'éveille de son repos.
Thank you. That was great. Thank you so much. Just going to do a little bit of an interview now. You've been super busy over the past couple of years, from performing with the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra to performing at festivals like the Vancouver Folk Fest, and you also won the Emerging Artist of the Year award for Canadian Folk Music Awards. Can you tell us a bit more about why those experiences stand out for you?
Oh, totally. Those are standout experiences in my life and career for sure, especially because there was a time before I really started to dedicate my time and energy to this, where I had already put that to rest as an idea. It's like I had already mourned those goals and that dream I had. So to breathe life and energy into this again and to be met with results like that I find so affirming and that are so life-giving is the best.
So what kind of switched for you, or was it just a process, or you're just like, when were you like, this is for sure the path that I want to go down?
I knew I had to change something because the way that I was living, life was feeling burdensome to me, and I would think thoughts like, oh my gosh, I have to do this for 60 more years. And that was so sad.
Oh, no.
Like I knew myself well enough to know, like, this should not be my baseline. I want more for my life. I want to reach for better joy. And this is what that looks like.
I love that. It's great. something that you've been doing is incorporating American Sign Language interpretation into your shows. Can you tell us more about why having that interpretation is important to you and how that all started?
Right on. So having concerts with ASL interpretation is something I started a couple years ago. And I started this because I'd heard from some people in the deaf community that there was really demand, that there was people who really wanted to attend more shows, but that there was this barrier to access that could be remedied by an interpreter. And I thought that was great because I was in a position where I could do something about that. I was happy to put my weight behind that as like a planner and organizer of shows often. So I started to work with ASL interpreters and then in collaboration with artists in the deaf community also to put on performances together, which has been fantastic. And I am proud to do what I can to increase access to arts because I think arts are so powerful. It's such an important part of human experience. It's such an important tool for our wellness and our joy on the earth. I want anyone who has the draw to that to have access to it.
Definitely. Oh, that's great. So what are some things that you would say to other musicians starting out in their careers?
Oh, cool. I would say like that so much of this is learnable. That's something that I was really afraid of, that like it wasn't possible, that it was all luck and just magic descended upon some people and they could make their livings this way and the rest of us would be sad forever.
Right.
But that's not true. Isn't that great news? So much of this is learnable. And what I did, and I think it's a good strategy, is just took like everyone I could think of out for lunch and just take notes and learn some industry ropes that way.
It's a great strategy.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Lunches, so important. You were mentioning earlier that you really value cooperation and that comes through in your songs. Can you tell us about that?
Okay, totally. This does tie in to the next song and indirectly to like everything in my life also. Cooperation is a huge value in my life and I learned this in my family. So I grew up in a very cooperative family unit and household, and we would do things like play cooperative musical chairs, which is where you start with like a ratio of one child to one chair, and you remove a chair at a time, but you don't remove a child. So everyone has to cooperate and find a way to like make that work with fewer and fewer chairs until you're down to one chair and like 7 kids. It's hilarious. It's a great time and a great metaphor for like how I want the world to work, where we take care of each other. So thanks, family. Cooperative monopoly, like say, you get the idea. Same vein. This came up a lot. And this connects very much to this next song, which is about like cooperation idols, I think, of mine, which are the Canada geese, who fly in their V formation so far and who benefit so much from that teamwork and cooperation. And they also do this next level thing, which is when the bird in the front tires because that position is more difficult, they'll fall back and then someone else will take that role. And so they just share so much. They share the benefit and the leadership. Like, just great call. Good job, geese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah.
So why don't we share that tune then? This is called To the North, and I consider this a cooperation anthem to the Canada goose. Spell the formation, birds on the skyline, an arrow to the north, and follow the water. The winter has forgiven, sunlight on its surface lights the way. not knowing but believing. The grass is greener every Norfolk day. Over the rooftops, under the cloud line, we can see forever and away. When you tire, the weight on your shoulders, the wind can fall heavy on your wings. Well, my darling, you can fall back, we're right there behind you, a witness to these things. Thank you. And thank you, Geese, for showing us how it's done.
That was wonderful. There's a puppy here now, if you hear that sound.
That's wonderful news. Hi.
Raine Hamilton, sorry, and the string trio is going to play one more song for us, but before they do, I want to remind you to check out Graham Houson's band profile and interview with Raine at manitobamusic.com. Thanks to Chorus Entertainment for making these sessions possible, and to Half Pints and Hot Chips for the snacks. Stay tuned for the last snack session of the season. On August 29th, it's Sebastian Gaskin. So what's the third song you're going to play for us?
I've pulled the fiddle out.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Great.
So we're going to do a tune for the fiddle and the voice. And this tune to me is about like those times in life where big change comes, such that it's kind of marks before this time and after this time. And there is just no going back. There's only going forward and through. And this is called Starlight.
Beautiful. Take
Cool.
it away.
Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much to all the behind-the-scenes work that went into this. So much stuff is plugged into other stuff. Thank you. You just did a beautiful job, everyone. Thank you. So my name is Raine Hamilton. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. With me is Quentin Bart and Nathaniel Felicitas. And this is our song, Starlight. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. My darling, I can't put you in. Dearly departed are most of my kin. My by the river and carved out by time. I look to the willow that grows in the sand, turning with sunlight the air from the land. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.